Okay, originally I was going to make this video giving you my history with Titanfall, telling you how much I miss playing the game, how much I miss Titanfall 2, and how much I wish I could go back to the glory days of playing it all the time. But in the last few weeks, it actually seems like Respawn themselves have been making official updates to Titanfall 2. Now, it's not like they've been making any announcements or anything, it's nothing crazy like that, but subtle changes to the matchmaking have been happening behind the scenes for the last few weeks, and it might even seem like Titanfall 2 is actually back. Now, of course, everything started back in 2021. Now, if you don't know the story, back in 2021, Titanfall 2 started getting hacked. It started getting DDoSed by some unknown person or a group of people, because keep in mind, to this day, nobody knows who's responsible for the hacks and nobody knows who's responsible for starting all this mess. But yeah, that's when it started. And when it did start, Respawn initially actually addressed everything on Twitter. And if you don't remember, or if you're new to my channel, I actually made videos about that way back in 2021 when everything was going on. I was trying my best to stay up to date and make content for it, even when Respawn kind of just stopped talking about Titanfall, because there was a certain point where after they had made tweets talking to the community and telling everybody that they were going to do everything they could as soon as possible, there was a point where they just kind of stopped tweeting about it, they stopped talking about it, and on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere that Respawn would post anything, people would always be talking about Titanfall, people would be asking about it, but of course they would be ignored every single time. Fast forward to 2022, and an amazing member of the Titanfall community called Bob the Bob came together with other people on the PC side of things, even though I'm pretty sure at first it was mostly a solo effort from them, from Bob the Bob, but they actually made the now famous Northstar client and Northstar mod for Titanfall 2 on the PC. If you have a PC and you have Titanfall 2, and even if you don't, go buy it, dude. Every time that I see Titanfall 2 being sold on Steam, it's like $5. Please go buy the game. But if you haven't bought it and you have a PC, or if you do and you haven't tried Northstar, I can't recommend that mod enough. I can't recommend Northstar enough, dude. It's insane everything you can do with that mod on PC for Titanfall 2. I had it for a short time when it first came out on my PC personally, and it was so much fun, dude. I put gold camos on my weapons. I had the Halo announcer voice in Titanfall 2. Like, shit like that was just so freaking cool being able to do that. I was able to turn on rain on Glitch. I was able to make Glitch look like all neon-y, and it had like a totally different vibe to it with different mods installed. It was so much fun, dude. I can't recommend that enough. Huge shout out to Bob the Bob and every single amazing person that's been involved with making Northstar and keeping it fresh and keeping it updated, because if you didn't know, to this day, man, it continues to be updated. People continue to add new things, and they continue to add the ability to do, you know, different things every single day. So it's amazing. I can't recommend that enough. But unfortunately, even though that amazing thing did happen in 2022 for PC fans of Titanfall, on the console side of things, which is where I personally play it, and I've always played Titanfall the most, has been on Xbox, everything still seemed pretty bleak, and unfortunately we were still getting ignored. Every single time Respawn would post anything, like I said, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, in 2022, people would always ask about Titanfall. People would always post screenshots of their old Titanfall tweets, never letting them forget what they once said, that help was going to arrive and that they were going to do everything they could as soon as possible to fix the hacking and fix the DDoSing. But apparently, Respawn just continued to be deaf and continued to be blind to everybody trying to get their attention, and they continued to ignore the entire Titanfall community. Fast forward even further now into 2023, and actually about 3 weeks ago now, I think it was, officially on the vanilla side of Titanfall, regular old Titanfall on consoles, there was actual changes made to the matchmaking listings. Again, this was about 3 weeks ago that it started, and for those of you who didn't know, the featured mode in the matchmaking listings for Titanfall 2 on Xbox and PlayStation, for the longest time it was Glitch 24/7, where you could play pretty much all modes on the map Glitch all the time. And now, like 2-3 weeks ago, it was changed to be Spicy Attrition. And when I actually was getting ready to make this video before recording it, I checked what the matchmaking listing was, and it was changed once again to Attack on Titanfall, which is pretty much just attrition, like regular attrition, but instead of having your tactical ability, everybody immediately and automatically just has a grapple hook, and you're stuck with that for the whole match. It's a lot of fun, and it's, you know, really crazy and fast paced, but the huge thing here is that nobody can do these changes unless you're actually Respawn, because keep in mind, this is the regular version of Titanfall 2. This is the regular version of the game that hasn't been modded out for consoles, that saw these changes starting to be made about 2 to 3 weeks ago now. And like I said, before making this video, I saw and the matchmaking list was changed once again to Attack on Titanfall. So it just has to be asked, who is doing these things? Now, the Titanfall community, ever since this started, there's been so many speculations and so many people just making crazy theories on the internet. You can definitely go see it on Twitter or on YouTube. There's a lot of people going around with this meme saying that it's possibly a janitor over at Respawn who's just, sneaking in at night into the offices at Respawn when, they're cleaning or whatever, and they're just making changes to Titanfall 2 and adding things because they're secretly a huge Titanfall fan. I would love to believe that, even though it sounds kind of crazy. Other people are saying that maybe, yeah, it's actually Respawn that are making these updates and doing these changes, and maybe they haven't forgotten about Titanfall, and maybe there's some sliver of hope left for the franchise and for the Titanfall community. And there's other people that are making an even crazier theory, which, if this is true, I think this would be like not only the craziest theory, but I think this would be the most entertaining and most fun theory to watch play out, because this would be crazy to witness. If this is a Titanfall fan who is hacking the game but for good, who's not hacking the game to ruin it for everybody like whoever the asshole or assholes were that started all this mess in the first place with the DDoSing back in 21, but instead it's somebody who's hacking Titanfall 2 as a fan and who's hacking the game for the benefit of the whole community. Because if that's the case, and if Respawn is, let's say they're just letting it slide, because there is the possibility that if this is a fan that's hacking the game to benefit the community, there is a possibility that Respawn is actually witnessing this and they're aware of it, but they're probably just letting it happen if they see that this person's doing their job for them. Think about it. If you're Respawn, this big company that has Apex Legends, has Jedi Survivor, has the next Star Wars shooter that you're confirmed to be working on to worry about, and you also have this, big problem that people aren't letting you forget about, which is your really first franchise that put you on the map, this problem with Titanfall 2, if you're Respawn and you can have one of your fans fix it for you, and you can just pretend that it's you doing it, why would you not let that happen? It just reflects, better for Respawn. It's all better for them. So that's a crazy theory, but there are people saying that there's a possibility that this is a fan doing this for the benefit of the community. And if that happens, I think that would be crazy. That would be what I would love to see happen the most, because if there is somebody that's hacking this game for the benefit of the community, and if you happen to hear this or if you happen to watch this video, dude, can we please get Titanfall 1 maps hacked into Titanfall 2 for Xbox and PlayStation? Because that would go crazy. That would be absolutely insane, dude. Being able to play on those OG maps in Titanfall 2 with the abilities in Titanfall 2 and how fast this game is compared to the first one, that would be a lot of fun. All in all, I'm happy to see this happening. Whatever it is, whoever it is that's doing this, whatever's causing this, I'm happy to see it. Because being able to play Titanfall 2 again, dude, are you kidding me? I've been dying to be able to play this game for almost 3 years now. Like I said earlier in the video, when this first happened, nobody expected this. Nobody in the community saw this happening. Nobody thought this was ever going to happen to this game, because the Titanfall community and the games, both of them, they've always been very niche, very low-key games. They never really got the spotlight and the attention that I and so many other people believe that they deserve and that they should have gotten. But yeah, these games and this fandom, we've always been a very low-key fandom that's just kind of in our own little corner of the internet and of the overall, gaming space or gaming industry or whatever you want to call it. So to see this happen a couple of years ago, it was really just uncalled for, honestly, and it was just some bullshit. And I think a lot of people agree with me in saying that, because it sucked. It honestly sucked to see it happen. But now in 2023, with whatever's happening, whoever's doing this, whoever's making these matchmaking updates and little changes, subtle things that are happening behind the scenes, whoever's doing it, dude, thank you. Whether it's Respawn, whether the meme is true and it really is some janitor at Respawn who is some secret Titanfall fan that wants vengeance for the community, thank you, because you're doing a great thing. Or if it's some fan who's hacking the game for the benefit of the community instead of harming everybody, thank you, because whatever it is that's causing this, whoever it is, I'm just happy that I'm able to play this game again, and I'm happy that so many people are actually being made aware of this, because there's been a lot of people talking about this now with the most recent changes happening in the last couple of weeks, and I only hope to be able to help this cause and bring more attention to this amazing game and this amazing franchise that I believe is still criminally underrated. Now, with all that being said, let me know what you think about this crazy situation with Titanfall 2 in the last few weeks, which have honestly been pretty amazing, coming from somebody who's been here from the very beginning of Titanfall 2 and all this drama with the DDoSing. Let me know what you think about everything that's been happening and what you think the future of Titanfall looks like too, because honestly, it seems like this game is back for good now. My name's Nico. Thank you so much to all of you for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do whatever it is you want to do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next one.